Hey, how's it going everyone? Zeep here. And you guys seem to like it when I talk about lost websites, even if not exactly all of those websites are really lost. And hey, works for me, I like talking about weird, obscure, absurd stuff. And that's why I'm back with even more lost websites to talk about today. Some of them range from weird, to creepy, to what the hell is this? If you want a third one to this, let's get this to like, 7,000 likes, that seems about right. And also subscribe to Zeepster, it'd be really appreciated. Love you guys, let's get to it. Magabon.com. So let me take you back to the year 2008. There was this one YouTuber named Magabon who became a viral success for just staring at the camera and not saying anything. Yeah, so much so that by the year 2010, she managed to amass over 100,000 subscribers, which was huge for back then. You think 100k is big now? In 2010, it was a much more rarer sight. Let's take a look at one of her videos, shall we? Yeah, this is definitely what I expected. She became really huge in Japan, so much so that a TV company flew her over to Japan for her to appear in a TV show called Midtown TV. In fact, she was gonna have a fan meetup too, but that ended up being cancelled because of threatening emails being sent towards her. A lot of hate was sent her way because people saw her content as really lacking in quality, which, you know, no matter what you think, I don't think she deserved to have those threatening emails, but you know. However, like with other content creators, people began to develop a parasocial relationship with Magabon. In 2008, this reached its peak when a website called Magabon.com was found. And let me just say, what I'm about to show is disturbing. Okay, let me just say this, the editing's pretty good here. But besides that, there's obviously a lot of things to unpack here, like that weird crude drawing of Magabon and this one person with the gas mask on that kind of looks like Pyro from TF2. I'm also not a big fan of him moaning while looking at a giant picture of her. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. He made a couple of these, another one involving a doll with maggots coming out of its eye. And back in 2008, you know, it would make sense that this would freak people out. I mean, it freaks me out. But the unfortunate truth is, or actually, should I say the fortunate truth is, that this was an art project. This was all our big art project. The main character of this entire art project's name is Frank, and Frank, the character, is obsessed with Magabon. It was later revealed that Frank's real name was actually Joachim Denung, a digital art student who really wanted to get like a kick off the internet, and he managed to succeed by freaking everyone out. Let me just say this, Joachim's entire experiment was a success, and also was an influence of the modern ARG genre. Although it may have not been a horror game per se, it led to people to question whether or not this was real. So much so that when Magabon stopped uploading in 2014, people questioned whether or not the owner of Magabon.com had something to do with it, and also led people to fear that she died, which she didn't. She uploads on Instagram quite frequently and is happily married now. But still, the fact that Magabon.com has questioned the safety of Magabon herself even after all these years later shows how successful Joachim's entire art project was. Also, before I end this entry, the reason why this is on here and referred to as a lost website, well, you can't access the videos on the website anymore because Adobe Flash Video Player has ceased to exist. Rest in paradise. Hotel 626. Okay, this is an important question. Do you guys like Doritos? Personally, I'm a big fan. I remember walking over to Taco Bell during lunchtime in high school and getting some Locos Doritos tacos. That was tight. Oh, and also Doritos made this little game called Hotel 626. It's like a horror game and it's creepy. Let me take you back to the year 2008 once again. I have no idea what's going on with this year. I guess people really like just beginning ARG trends. So in promotion and trying to bring back their smoking cheddar barbecue and black pepper chips, Doritos chose to bring back their dead flavors with a very imaginative promotion. In the promotional packs for the chips, Doritos advertised a website called Hotel626.com. Once one looked it up, they would only be able to play this game between 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning, putting together cinematic quality cutscenes that were pretty cool. At one point in the game, you have to use your microphone to sing a lullaby to a baby, and you have to sing it at the perfect level or else your face gets ripped off in the game. The game was very creative. At some point, apparently Hoto626 would take a picture of you via your webcam and would snapshot you at key jump scares to then add to their photo library. With the webcam and microphones being used, Hoto626 was advanced for its time. And this was only a game created to promote Doritos, so like that's pretty cool as well. The game would also ask you to enter your phone details, resulting in real-life calls to your phone from Hoto626 of disturbing characters screaming at you that you have not left the hotel, and also that there's no escape from the horrors outside of the game. The game was a viral success, eventually culminating in a sequel called Asylum 626, which was not nearly as successful. Eventually though, Doritos decided they didn't want to pay for the domain anymore of having the website, leading to it to just die in 2014. Kind of an underwhelming end, I know, but like, I feel like they could bring this back for a third go around and it would be widely successful. It kind of reminds me of the game like PT, just the way the entire thing was formatted. PT was a 2014 video game that was on the PlayStation Store, and all turned out to be a big promotional thing for a new Silent Hill game that never came out. Although the project was dismantled, people still talk about it to this day, because of how impactful the game was. Anyways, if Doritos were to do this again, it would be pretty based. Next up, PlaneCrashInfo.com. PlaneCrashInfo.com offers detailed accounts of multiple plane crashes throughout history. It goes through aviation accident history, including unusual accidents, famous deaths, and the last words of many of these traumatic events. I wouldn't say it's disturbing, but more so very saddening. I'd say the most crushing page on here are the last words section, many of them ranging from I love you to just plain confusion as the plane is going down, while other last words on here are a full understanding of what's going on and taking the time to say goodbye. The unusual accident webpage as well is also incredibly interesting, including this story right here from July 15th, 1962, from Indian Airlines, in which a vulture crashed through the cockpit window and killed the co-pilot. Another interesting accident of note, which occurred in 1982, had a passenger's cigarette causing a fire in the cabin, which led to an oxygen tank exploding, killing 25 to 69 people on board. Using various references from all over, the website is reliable in its information. However, I would not advise entering the website if one is already sad, because as mentioned prior, the database is very depressing to read. Superbad.com. This website is ancient, with the oldest screenshot on the Wayback Time Machine going back all the way to 1997. It seems like an endless type of website that takes you everywhere, with various web pages that offer things that range from weird to even stranger. Using tools and methods of web design, the website is considered as part of the genre of web art. It's kind of ironic in a way, because Ben Benjamin didn't really consider the website as web art. He just thought it was just really a bunch of random shit he compiled, until artists themselves found it and thought it was like brilliant. And really I understand how it could be interpreted as either an art piece or just some random ramblings of an individual, because some of these things seem really artsy, but to Ben Benjamin, he just really did not care and really just wanted to tour around with web design. For a website that's been around for a quarter of a century, there's a lot to do on it. And I don't blame people for debating whether or not there are a lot of like secret messages actually inscribed within all these pages. But personally, I just think Ben Benjamin is true to his word, that he just made this out of boredom. And it's really not that super deep, but I digress. Vozo.com. Now, if there was something to decipher, it would be Vozo.com, because this one just leads me to just scratch my head. So Vozo's mascot is, I think that's a frog. I'm pretty sure it's a frog, but I could be wrong. And it's a collection of random websites, with all of them not being categorized in any way. These links include emulation sites, which will take you to download an emulator of a Super Nintendo, console game info, and then celebrity pictures of them as nude. Okay. And then you get a random Pokemon website you just put in there, including Pokemon game info, which, judging from the Pokemon advertised, hasn't been updated in around like 20 or so years, because it advertises the Game Boy and Nintendo 64 video games. Vozo then links various desktop websites, MP3s, online joke collections, and then a website detailing the attack on September 11th. What the hell? Oh, but look, hey, on Vozo.com, I could advertise my video game retail store. That would be pretty neat. website. I should do that. Looking deeper into it, I found that this website was hosted by frogsmart.com. You click on it, and then you're greeted with another webpage having the iconic frog right over there, which lists various web services. This entire webpage is like a throwback, and I gotta be honest, I will give Vozo this. The entire webpage has more charm than a modern webpage does. I mean, look at that little pink whatever thing. Is that a frog or is that something else? I'm not sure. 3dgroovegames.com. This is what it was all about, like unironically. This was the shit back in like elementary school. Licensed by Nickelodeon, Disney, and even Cartoon Network, it's no wonder that these games did so well with such iconic characters like SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, the Powerpuff Girls, and even other stuff that wasn't licensed. One of my favorites from this genre was the Pringles Pony Express game, which was just the disembodied head of the Pringles can guy on a horse. Like, who thought of this? Oh, and who can forget Eminem's Yellow Takes Tokyo, in which the yellow Eminem becomes like a Godzilla-like figure running around Tokyo collecting giant M&Ms. Like, this is amazing. Probably my favorite part is he hops around hitting helicopters and fire trucks, and then immediately responds to the deaths of hundreds of people with, "Oops, my bad." A classic yellow M&M line and thing to do.
My bad. Oops, sorry, Tokyo.
There's so many 3D Groove games that some of them eventually became lost and never saved. Unfortunate, I know. There's this one game called Mountain Dew Skateboarding that's lost, and I just want to play it so bad. I wonder what this is about. I'd like to imagine it's like a giant Mountain Dew can skateboarding, and I know it's probably not that, but a man can dream, damn it. Something this section of the video has made me want to do is I just want to talk about a bunch of lost, like, licensed video game websites you'd play during elementary school. I think that'd be a fascinating idea. Like the Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and like Nickelodeon Flash games. Those are awesome. Let me know if you want me to do that. Okay, so don't even bother trying this anymore because it doesn't work. But I'll do it for you right now, or at least explain it to you because I can't do it anymore. You could do it like around a month ago, but for some reason YouTube took it away. So if you removed a certain letter before the question mark in the URL link for YouTube, such as the letter H, you'd be sent to a weird video. Removing the letter H would send you to YouTube 666, in which weird stuff happens. You could scratch that last part actually. The glitch actually sends you to an increment of username 666, the part in which like the floating heads are spinning around. The channel's name is called 666, but the actual creator of this video is Nana on YouTube. Yeah, it's like somewhat disturbing, but it's kind of old. Been there, done that, you know? For those who are not old enough, Username 666 is an artsy YouTube video in which the website distorts into blood and multiple eyes looking at you. It's really well edited for its time. My favorite part at the end is a hand coming out of the computer to get you. Funny enough, this video also came out in the year 2008. I guess everyone was experimenting with horror this year. If you remove the C from the URL, the link takes you back to the same video. However, if you remove the T, the link sends you to nowhere. However, if you remove the A, it takes you to a Minecraft video. Very, very interesting. Very interesting choices were given here. Now here it is. What if you remove the W? Well, my good friend, if you remove the W, it takes you to absolutely nowhere. Once again, awesome, brilliant. So you may be wondering, what led to this happening? Well, it's a product of redirection. Years ago, YouTube partners had the ability to redirect a certain link to a particular video by simply changing their URL. Does that make any sense? Well, if it doesn't, that's alright, because it took me a while to really grasp this concept. And even then, it's even more convoluted when trying to explain the concept of YouTube glitches. Just know that there are YouTube channels who are able to take advantage of YouTube glitches and redirect the URL to a particular video. The reason why you can't do this anymore might be because YouTube has fixed the glitch, either that or another person who has the ability to take advantage of YouTube glitches has fixed the entire thing. I may have just butchered the process of doing this, but hey, at least this entry is now over now, so here, on to the next one. LiveLeak.com. Okay, so here's the thing about LiveLeak. It's not obscure at all. We all pretty much know about it. And if you've watched my first Lost Websites video, you already know how I feel about these type of websites that just show human beings falling into their doom. I just think they're repetitive and just disgusting. Like, the interest just comes in the morbid fascination of watching people just, like, suffer. Released in 2006, LiveLeak became famous in 2007 when the video of Saddam Hussein being executed was leaked on its website. Active soldiers involved in the Iraq and Afghanistan conflict, would post uploads of their altercations on the website. In August of 2014, a video of a US journalist was released online. Although websites like Facebook and YouTube were quick to delete the video, websites like LiveLeak would keep the video up. Eventually, after much pressure, LiveLeak put down the video. In the years that followed, other traumatic incidents would continue to be uploaded onto LiveLeak. But by the year 2021, LiveLeak had closed its website. Many have debated whether or not LiveLeak was helpful in delivering a transparent and unedited account of various atrocities. LiveLeak would later state this about its shutdown, implying that the struggle to maintain the website, to even debate its purpose, became so tiresome. To paraphrase LiveLeak's creator, it was never ending. It was like 15 years of solid noise. Despite this, he states that he wouldn't trade any of it for anything. There are a bunch more lost websites I need to cover, and you can find some of the ones I've already covered right here. Okay, subscribe, bye!